Hi guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things Monday to makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I am bringing you another Project Pan intro. This is going to be the Beauty A to Z Project Pan. So if you want to hear all about this project and all of the items that I'm bringing in, let's get on into it. So this is a Pantastic Ladies Collab and was created by Jessica and Amanda, and it goes from January 1st. I'm sorry that I'm a couple days late. We have a lot of projects and things starting, ending, and all of that. And it goes till December 31st of this year. You link a product to every letter of the alphabet, and the harder letters like Q, X, and Z, the letter can just be somewhere in the product, not necessarily the starting of the brand or the product itself. And then just make this work for you and your collection, whether that be a finish goal, a usage goal, and any of that. Don't mind the stains on my hand from the look that I did. So we're going to get into it. I chose just the regular English alphabet because that's what I use. So we have A to Z as the name intended. I did this in 2023 is when I did this, but I didn't bring it back for 2024, but I wanted to bring it back this year because this is a fun project and I'm in the mood to add more projects to my roster. So here we go. And I'm very excited to see if I can actually hit these goals because I set some pretty lofty goals for the year. So for the letter A, we have from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is where we get our A. This is, it's technically called a highlight stick, but it's in the shade Banana. So I figured I could use this as either a foundation, a cream concealer, something of that nature, because that is not going to be a highlight for me personally. But I do want to try and get some use on this. I did already mark on the cap. I've already weighed all of these products, which I should pull that up for you guys. Let me tell you the weights on these because I did do that. But I want a 25 use goal for this project, for this product personally, because I don't even know if I'm going to like it per se. So the starting weight, let me make this brighter for me. God, I can't read. I need my new glasses. So the starting weight for this is 39 grams. So I weighed everything in grams. I now have my scale by me. So we'll see what 25 uses can do for this guy. I really need to reorganize my panning drawer, but that's another issue for another day. Next, for letter B, we have the Beautiful Skin. Hopefully you can see that there, Beautiful Skin. This is the foundation, the Beautiful Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. I have mine in the shade 2 Neutral. I want to finish this. I don't think this is the best shade for me, personally. Like, it's not the worst. I got this from BoxyCharm. I added this on. It's definitely not the worst. I could absolutely have something that is darker, something that was lighter for me. I don't know where to put the excess here. We'll just wipe it off on my hand for now. But the starting weight for this is 48 grams, and I did weigh this with the cap on, so just so we're aware of that. But I want to finish this guy because I don't love the shade. I do like the finish of this foundation. I do think it's very pretty. But I think if I had a better shade, that maybe I would like this more. But my biggest issue, because if it stayed that color, I think that I would like it. But this oxidizes very badly. As you can see, this looks very dark in the tube. Like, those are not the same color. This is the color that it oxidizes to. And that is just so dark and warm and orange that, like, I don't like that. So, but we want to finish that. I finished one foundation. in 2024. I want to finish at least one in 2025. So for the letter C, we have something from ColourPop, of course. This is a little single of the highlighter Find the Book. DW from Dub's Beauty Diary had sent this to me because I wanted this highlighter so badly. And I hit pan on it in 2024. So as you can see, we have a nice juicy pan. It is a Super Shock highlighter. It's a beautiful green shift, which we love to see. And I want to finish this. This guy's a finish goal. DW did send me the rest of the highlighter, so I have the rest of this. So I would love to finish this guy. So this starting weight is 5 grams, and I weighed it in this little plastic packaging as well. So, finish goal. For the letter D, we have, this is Dream, is the shade of this lip balm from Pink Lips. And I do have it marked. That is how much we have left of this lip balm. This is what sits on my desk. And frequently when you guys see like a get ready with me and my lips are pink, this is what I'm wearing. I have a finish goal. I will be charting how many uses it takes me to finish this. Its starting weight is 13 grams. Like I said, that's with the cap on, full packaging. But that's how much we have left. I haven't decided if I'm going to dig it out because I'm usually not that kind of person when it comes to products. But I do really, really, really enjoy this lip balm. And I'm not a lip balm chapstick kind of person, so we'll see. But I do want to finish this, and that lives on my desk. So like I said, 13 grams is where that is starting. For the letter E, we have from e.l.f. This is their Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So this is brand new. I think I've sprayed it once, maybe twice. This is coming in at 110 grams with its cap on. I want to finish this. So I don't think that should be a problem. I generally go through setting spray. I've been currently working on the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. So I'm going to put this one up and solely work on this. So I don't think that that'll be a problem because I don't have this one in a project currently. So I am going to put that one up, but I don't think that'll be an issue, honestly. For the letter F, we have a tiny little mini guy because I did want to give me some minis to motivate me through the project. Did I need to swatch any of that? I mean, I guess I could swatch the lip balm back for you guys, but it doesn't really have a shade. But it does. It's kind of pink. It's one of those tinted lip balms that you can layer up. But the setting spray, and that doesn't have a shade, of course. But for F, we have from Farrah Beauty, and this is their Smooth Focus Face Primer. And this is just a little mini, but this weighs 13 grams. I got this as a free points thing with Ipsy, so I just wanted a smoothing face primer. I felt like this wouldn't be too bad to go through, so woohoo, primer. I have 2 primers we'll be working on in this project, and they're both minis, so that shouldn't be too bad. I figure I'll either use one up and then the other, or I might just go back and forth between the two. I have not decided, but either way, that is a finish goal. For G, we have from the Natasha Denona Bloom Face Palette, specifically the Glow Extreme, this shade right here. I want to hit pan, which is a wild goal, I know, for me, because I'm not a big person who hits pan on things, but I love that shade. It's right here. I think it's absolutely stunning. Out of this palette, it's the shade I have the most use on. I did dig this shade out. It was the Glow Cream Base. Mine was not creamy. It was very stiff, and it just came that way, and I didn't like it. So I dug that shade out, but I'm also hoping in trying to hit pan on this shade that it will motivate me to use those 2 shades. The palette as a whole weighs 131 grams currently, so My goal is to hit pan on that guy. For H, we have from RMS Beauty, it's the shade Hanky Panky. And this is in their Redimension Hydra blush powder. So I guess you could also use the Hydra blush powder for the H. But this is stunning. I have not even used this on the face yet, but I got this from DW. And just, I'm so excited to put that on the face. So I wanted to put that in this project. And I want to use this 50 times, which might be an insane usage goal, but I have the whole year and I'm excited to use it. So we got that. And that is starting at 59 grams. For eye, we have from Il Makiage, and this is another blush. It's in the shade Bootylicious. I love this blush so much. I wish when I got this from Ipsy that I had gotten the other blush as well. But there's the shade right there. It's so beautiful. And it's such a good shade. I also put a 50 use goal on this. We will see if I get to that. This start weight is at 38 grams. So I love this blush. It has very quickly climbed the ranks into a favorite. For J, we have something from Jeffree Star, of course. I have so much from him. This is one of the Supreme Frosts, and it's in the shade Diamond Wet. I want to use this 50 times. It's so pretty. Oh my Lanta. You can't tell me that that's not pretty. And the start weight on this is 67 grams. Then for K, we have from Kiko Milano. This is another highlighter, but this is a cream. I want to use this 50 times as well. And this is the shade 100 Gold. And I just think that that's pretty. Like, it's a champagne-y gold that's just so easy to wear on the skin. Kiko Milano products, like this says Radiant Touch, and it really just is that. This start weight is 34 grams. Next we have for L, which is from my Natasha Denona Love palette. And I want to use the Glow. Oh, okay. I thought I had picked a specific shade. I just want to use the palette as a whole 50 times. So it doesn't matter what shade, if I dip into one shade. But the palette as a whole, 50 uses. Because I use this palette much less than I use the Bloom palette. So I'm not going to sit here and swatch all 4 shades, but that is what they look like. I will say I don't love this palette as much. I just don't think that it performs as well. It is covered in a loose pigment. Love that for me. So 50 uses on that palette, and that palette start weight is 133 grams. For M, we have from, I didn't grab it out. We have from Milk Makeup, and it's the other little tiny primer I have in here. And it's their Hydro Grip Primer. And I want to finish this, and this is starting at 14 grams. So like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use one and then the other, or if I'm going to just go back and forth. But 2 mini primers. For N, I have my NYX pressed powder. This is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder, and I have mine in the shade Fair. It's what I've been working on since I finished my ColourPop pressed powder. It's the oldest pressed powder in my collection. It was the only one I had. I just got a new pressed powder from BoxyCharm. But there's not much of a difference. You can still see the heart imprint, at least I can. I'm trying to wear away the center first because I would like to finish this. I'm hoping that I can do that in a year. I'm really enjoying pressed powder. I currently just use it on my under eye and then right down the side of my nose here. So I want to try to finish this. This is starting in at 55 grams. So I can go ahead and swatch this for you because it is in the shade Fair, so it does have a bit of color. So it's right there. It does have a bit of a shade to it, but not much on the skin, to be honest. So that is for the letter N. For O, all of my stuff is on top of O. I brought in a whole palette. This is the Ofra Good to Go Mini Mix palette. So this is what it looks like. So we have the All of the Lights highlighter. We have Current, I think, is the blush, and Intentions is the bronzer. I don't remember. And then we have all of these eyeshadows. So I want to use the palette as a whole 50 times, like I said, regardless of what I pop into in here. 50 uses. This start weight is 142 grams. So there is that. I've never used this palette. So we move on to the letter P, which is my Physicians Formula. It's the, I gotta find the full name for it, Bronze Gem Mineral Wear Diamond Bronzer. And the shade is Bronze Gem. So I want to finish this. We have a giant pan in it. There's not a whole lot of this left. The start weight is 42 grams, and yeah, I would love to finish this. This is a beautiful, beautiful cream bronzer. I do think it's warm for me. It's very much on the warm side, but it's beautiful. I love this formula. It's so creamy, buttery smooth. I really am gonna miss this when it's gone, but I really want to work on getting my cream products out of my collection so I can start getting, new ones in. So I want to get this out because I just have found, as beautiful as this is, I do not like cream products in this kind of packaging. I like them in the sticks or in like a dough foot. I don't want them in pots and things. So I want to finish this. And if I didn't say, it started at 42 grams. For Q, we have the shade Quartz Queen from NYX. This is one of their Vivid Rich liners. And it's like an off pinky purple, because it's not quite white. I hope you can see like the pinky purple tone in this. I've only used this like once or twice. I am not going to roll it all up so we can see what's in here, because that's how you can break it off. But it does start at 4 grams with the packaging. And let's see, where does it tell me how much is in here? It says it's 0.28 grams of product, so we weighed it with the whole packaging. But I would like to finish this. I am working on a liner currently, so I'm not going to start on this one immediately. But that is all I have left of the liner that I'm currently working on. And that's if it doesn't break any more on me of this ColourPop liner. But this is almost done. I think like 2 or 3 more eye looks with that liner, and that one will be done. And then Quartz Queen will be on my desk and be the eyeliner that I'm working on. So for the letter R, we have from Reina Rebelde. And this is a little face palette. It's the On Your Face Contour and Color Trio in the shade Adorada. I want 50 uses on this palette as a whole, so whatever I use. So we have a matte bronzer, a satin blush, and then we have a just normal highlighter. And it's not bad. It's just, for me, it's a face palette. It's so small. That was my critique when I got this in BoxyCharm, that like, for a face palette, it's so tiny. How do you want me to get my blush brush in here? The highlighter, that's a fine size. I can get my highlighter brush in there. I can get my bronzer brush in here. But like, so this start weight is 66 grams, and I want to use it 50 times, so we will see how that goes. For the letter S, I want to finish up my ColourPop. This is the setting powder in the shade Translucent. That is where we are currently at. We're just over halfway done. So the start weight of this is 31 grams. And I want to finish this guy. I would say that this is a deluxe size sample, like maybe a travel size of this guy. It's a fine setting powder, but this is nowhere near as good as its pressed powder counterpart that I finished. So I am just so ready to get this done so I can move on to a new loose powder that I have in my collection. So this guy's a finish. I am so ready. For the letter T, we have Tease from Milani. That is where we are starting. This guy, start weight is 26 grams. That is what we have. This is my favorite nude lipstick. If you're not new here, you know. That is what it looks like. I do have a little bit of that on today mixed with a yellow for the look. But yeah, I want to finish this. I think that shouldn't be too hard considering it's my favorite lipstick. But you never know. Things happen. For You, that is from llama by Sharon C. And this is their bronzer in the shade Shady. I figure as soon as I was done with the Physicians Formula bronzer, that this was the bronzer I was going to go to, because this is a cream, but it's that like cream to powder formula. So it's that shade right there. It's a very similar kind of shade, but yeah. So I want to hit pan on this shade if possible, is my goal for this. Almost done here. Oh, my start weight on the lipstick was 26 grams, and my start weight on that bronzer is 46 grams. For the letter V, I have from V Kosmetics, and this is their eye primer. I want to finish this. This starts at 14 grams. It is an eye primer on a doe foot, which I'm excited for. I am literally so close to being done with my Clinique eye primer. I think one, maybe two looks, because I had already scraped this and re-pressed it into the center once. So I have so little left that I will be able to start working on this very, very quickly. For W, I have from Wet n Wild. This is their Hello Halo liquid highlighter, and I have the shade Halo Graphic. This comes in at 35 grams, and I want to use this 50 times. I really enjoy this highlighter, personally. I love the doe foot, first of all. But I want every shade of this because I love it. I love the pinky purple tone. I want the, like, green one. But I know you can't really see where it is today, but I did stand this up on my desk, and that's where the starting line is. For X, we have from Natasha Denona, it's the Pastel Plexi highlighter. And the X is in Plexi. X was hard for me. So I want to get 25 uses on this, simply because I don't know if I like this highlighter. I pulled it out of my declutter bin because I just keep going back and forth on it. It's right here. So I want to get 25 uses, really, to see if I enjoy this. This starts at 54 grams. For Y, we have the Yensa concealer. So this is the Super Serum Silk Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Fair 2. I want to finish this. This has like skincare benefits in it. It says it right here. It's Food Beauty, vitamin C and E, ferulic acid, bakuchiol, powered by 8 super black essences. So I figured, because all my concealers I got at relatively the same time, but because this has skincare in it, I feel like this one will go bad the quickest. So I want to work on this one first. So that was my reasoning behind it being this concealer. Well, also for this project, it's a Y, but I wanted to work on this concealer anyway, and it's right here. And I think it's a nice shade. I've used this concealer a couple times, and I think it's nice, but I'm hoping I can finish a full-size concealer. I finished 4 mini concealers in 2024, so I'm hoping I can finish 1 full size in 2025. But that start weight is 29 grams. And last but not least, we have the letter Z, and for that it's going to be the Formula Z lip liner, and specifically the shade Trailblazer, because this is a duo. A Trailblazer is this nude side, and I want to finish it because this is my most used. This came in like a quad, so we have this duo, and then there's another duo. I use this one all the time. I pair it with the shade Tease, I pair it with other lips, and I love this shade so much, and I feel like I could actually use it up, and I've never used up a lip liner. Granted, this pink side is pretty too. I've used it before. That's the shade In Demand. Like, I love this duo more than the other duo. Not that the other duo isn't pretty, but this one, I'm gonna be sad when it's gone. But yeah, this shade specifically, I want to finish. So the start weight of this whole pencil is 8 grams. And that is gonna do it for my introduction to Beauty A to Z. Going forward, we're only gonna talk about what I've worked on and how many usages and things like that. It's not gonna be this long and this wordy, I promise. But that's the intro to everything. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think of my goals, what you think of my products, all of that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.